This is Global News Hour on WCLE Online Radio. I'm Carolyn D. Coulter. Today, an international volunteers hospital in Afghanistan was struck after Afghan forces called for air support from the U.S. military. 11 civilians were killed, including an unknown number of children. NATO confirmed that aerial fire support was used after a U.S. Marine died in a militant attack. Following the incident, a spokesman for NATO's 130,000-strong International Security Assistance Force said to reporters that any death of innocents not associated with armed conflict is a tragedy. Back in Washington, a White House spokesperson added, "The Pentagon is carrying out a full investigation of the incident, and if any errors were committed, the U.S. government will hold those responsible fully accountable." A record 176 civilians, including women and children, were killed by NATO bombs and airstrikes during the first 6 months of this year.
Viper 2, you're above B011 target. Ready to dive?
Affirmative. Some houses 50 meters to the north.
No worries, Viper 2. You're well clear of the red roof.
Copy that. Can't make out targets. Visibility poor.
Our intel says it's a Yugo base housing. Stand by for dive.
Looks like a farmhouse. 2. Target not visible. Confirm.
OIC confirmed. Proceed.
I repeat. Target not clear.
Viper 2, you're on target. You have 5 seconds to dive. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hi, Jenna.
Hey, Dad. I'm actually outside of the driveway. I know it's a little early. I hope that's not a problem.
Oh, no, sure. I'll go and get the door.
So, on April 17th, 1999, you took off from NATO's Aviano base in Italy to take out some Yugoslav military targets, correct?
It was Yugoslav Air Force Base about 20 miles outside of Belgrade. One of our primary targets. One of those so-called surgical cut sorties. But somehow, the Serbs knew we were coming and they abandoned the place. I mean, they even left equipment. What we didn't know was the base was surrounded by residential areas. These tiny houses too close to our target. I noticed and I tried to warn them, but we were past the point of no return. And people died.
People?
Non-combatants. Civilians.
So you're saying your commanders knew about the potential for civilian casualties?
Yes, they knew. But we have to follow our orders no matter what. It's our job. I had to follow my strict orders to terminate the target.
Take your time.
It's fine. About 6 months later, I got information from one of those independent news companies that shrapnel from my LGB hit a house. A small piece of hot metal crashed through the window and hit one of the occupants, a 3-year-old little girl. Her name was Belitsa. She didn't survive. She would have been your age today if she had survived. I never told your mom. I never told anyone. That little girl was always on my mind. Like her ghost was following me throughout my entire life. It drove me crazy. And your poor mom, God love her, your poor mom just couldn't stand it anymore. we managed to stay together until you were 18, and then when you went off to college, we divorced, as you know. When you called me a few weeks ago to film this student documentary about so-called real American heroes, it truly struck me. You may not believe in ghosts, Jenna, but she is here. That little Serbian girl, little Milica, is here. And she has been with me my entire life, watching you grow up. And and now you know the truth.
God, I don't know what to say. How can you be sure it was your plane and your bomb that killed that girl? It could have come from another plane or from something else. I mean, you're just guessing, aren't you? And you kept it inside all these years. I mean, have you talked to somebody? Like a therapist?
Like a priest, a therapist, a psychologist? They can't fix anything, Jenna. I even tried to contact the little girl's family through the journalists. You know what they told me? They told me to leave it alone. To leave it alone. The locals still remember that night in April '99. And they still hate NATO and the Americans. All their memories are still too fresh and too painful.
But it's not your fault. Don't blame yourself, for God's sake. It was a war. And people die. You said so yourself. You were only
What? I was just doing my job? My job? A goddamn job? I'm so sorry, God. I'm sorry. And you, Sunshine? I really need you to forgive me too. Please. Anything you need? Some money for the project?
Dad, it's all fine. I just wish I had more time to talk to you, but this graduate work takes up so much of my time. Your story is something I didn't expect to hear, but I'm glad I did.
All you need to do now is work hard and finish your film. Tell the truth. And don't let anything or anybody stop you from achieving your goals. You understand?
Yes, sir.
I love you, Jenna.
I love you, Dad.
Okay. You need to go to work. Get to it. Yes, this is Milton McFort at 4848 Wendell Avenue. I would like to put this on record.
Bangs out, Viper. You're approaching the target.
Do you need police or EMS assistance?
5 seconds.
Can you hear me?
4.
Please respond.
3.
Are you still on the line?
2.
Sir?
1.
Do you need help, sir?
You're on target, buddy.
Sir.
Terminate. Bye-bye, Hugo. Excellent execution, Captain. Mission accomplished. Bravo Zulu.